Oh, shoot. Ouch. Mm. All right, let's see here. Greetings, collective. It's me, Senpai Swanee, and thank you for joining me in another of our Tokyo sessions. I'm making this a safe place for us to learn together, heal together, and ascend together. Please trust that the universe is on your side and calling for each of us to be closest to the highest power as our highest selves. Allow what resonates, but if it does not apply, let it fly. You are the gatekeeper for the fulfillment of your experiences in this reality. So create something great. We're going to say a quick prayer now that I have my Palo Santo lit here. Dear ancestors of the highest light, archangels, Michael, Raphael, Metatron, and all with charge over me. Dear divine, I humbly ask for your presence in this reading. Let me be a vessel in which truth is delivered for the highest good of our collective. Protect my energy and guide my intuition with wisdom and clarity. May every evil eye go blind and every monitoring spirit be led astray. Let every curse spoken and ill intention be sunken into the depths of darkness, never to see light. We thank you for all that you are and express our utmost gratitude. Ashe and amen. Amen. All right. So with that, we are going to go ahead and pull on, let's see here, what energy we have within us, whether this is a divine feminine, a divine masculine. Listen, I'm going to say this one time at the beginning. There's no gender in tarot. In case you're new to tarot, if you hear me say he, she, know that it's it, and you put it where it applies. Now, collective, let me also tell you, since I recently had, let me get the timer started here, recently had surgery on my arm. My shuffle game is not all that hot. So what I've been doing, I'll try to shuffle for a little bit, but honestly, it makes my arm ache. I like to spread the cards right now and just sort of pull from the spread. Um, it's been accurate. So, I'll take that as is. I have my tarot deck here, but what I actually want to pull from is this Harmony Heart deck. So let's take a look here and see how we're going to get this reading started off. Do a little spread right here and pull from right here. This says attraction. Strong attraction binds you and another person together. This connection is both emotional and physical, drawing you closer. Okay, so it sounds like we have, again, this could be a divine masculine or feminine here so far, but we do see that it, like, between you and a significant other, there's some kind of attraction that you have between the two of you, and that is sort of the saving grace in your relationship. At the end of the day, even when you're mad at each other, that strong attraction, that pull that you have towards each other just doesn't allow you to leave each other alone. This says intimacy. A deep emotional bond connects you to someone special. I can't make this up. Like, listen, this Harmony Heart is like, I've played with this deck a little bit, and there's so many different subjects in this, and already we have, like, there's some kind of bond between you and a significant other that is, again, keeping you together. Again, it says a deep emotional bond connects you to someone special. Trust, compassion, and support strengthens this relationship. So not only is there a strong attraction between the two of you, but like you have a bond. That's that, like I like to say, that understanding between the two of you that no one else understands. Okay. You have trust, you have support, you support one another. Okay. And so because of that, it's like, again, it's like the bonding glue for your relationship. This says separation. A relationship or phase of life is coming to an end. Though painful, this separation opens the door to new beginnings. So it sounds like, from what I'm getting between the three of these cards here, maybe this person here that you have this bond with, you're separated at the moment. Okay. And it's like, even though you're separated, like, there's just the history that you have between the two of you, the bond that you have between the two of you, you just aren't able to let each other go. That may not necessarily be a bad thing, because this card does say that through the separation, there could be not necessarily a new person, but like a new beginning, maybe a new start to this relationship that you have with this person here. We'll pull one more card from the harmony deck here. I don't want to necessarily pull from the middle right there. Let's pull from over here. This says decision making. You are making important decisions in your career, and these choices will lead to long-term success. Your decisiveness is your strength. Okay. So, in addition to what you have going on with this relationship, there's also some choices that you're making within your career. Okay. That is going to impact you long term, but not just impact you, but impact you in a good way. It says there's success. So, whatever choices you're making, be confident within those choices. Okay, because it looks like, again, it's going to have some good excuse me, a good impact. Oh yeah, Mercury retrograde, you already know, is tearing me up. Okay, I do with that. I see here we pulled 4 cards from the harmony hearts card. Now we'll go ahead and we'll do a little shuffle before I spread out. All my cards are shuffled, but I miss being able to shuffle the cards, but I can already feel my arm being like, what you doing, broad, what you doing? So we're going to go ahead and spread these out and then take a pull. This card right here keeps poking up. And look, it's the 2 of cups. Okay. So again, this union, what I get from this is that you and this person are already in a 2 of cups, already in union. I get this to be you are already married to this person, or you're already within a relationship, but there is sort of a separation here. I don't get that you're necessarily separated. Maybe you and your significant other are separated. Maybe you broke up. Okay. But again, it seems like you can't let each other go. Like you just have such a strong bond with this person to where even a card say like, listen, there's a 2 of cups. You two are, like that's your destiny. You're meant to be together, So it sounds like whatever, yeah. Whatever fighting you have going on between the 2 of you, it looks like the divine is calling for you to make amends, make up, because like separation ultimately, I don't want to say it's not an option. You have the freedom to do as you wish. And again, you're the co-creator for your reality, but the universe is encouraging you to stay together. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Like, yeah, this fight happened, whatever situation is going on here, but like, this is your divine counterpart, essentially. We still don't have any major arcana to tell me if my energy is like a divine feminine or a divine masculine. It doesn't matter because there's no real tarot. But I can tell you that this person that you're fighting with, they're like your sun. They're your sunshine, your joy. So, especially if you're a married couple, if you've been together for years without necessarily even being married, well, I guess after 2 years, you are technically married, even if you haven't like made it official or anything like that. But like they bring you joy, you bring them peace. Okay, so it's like, again, it sounds like something where you need to make peace. And here is our first like identifying major arcana to let me know that I am within an energy of a divine feminine. Okay, so this is for my homegirl, my friend. Listen, you having a fight with your man right now. I know. With that, we're going to give this tarot deck a break here, and we're going to get into the juicy details of exactly what's going on in this fight. Okay, so that we can see how we can help you heal, so that you can, in fact, get back together. So let's go ahead and spill the tea. Or do I want to do spill the tea, or do I want to do that shadow love tea? We'll do spill the tea now. Since this is in the bottom here, we'll go ahead and we'll pick that up. This says, partial truth. Only sharing parts of the truth that benefit oneself. Okay. So, someone in this relationship, friend, listen, okay. If you only tell part of the truth, it's still technically a lie. That's how I look at things. If you tell part of the truth and not the whole truth, so help you God, it's still a lie. Okay. So between the 2 of you, Okay, it sounds like someone within this fight, this argument that you had, what may have spurred this argument is that someone only told part of the truth. Okay, and you know what's in the dark always comes to the light. So it sounds like the rest of the truth came out. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh no, love triangle, a hidden emotional entanglement is present. Okay, so someone, friend, what I'm getting from this here is that someone in this relationship was too friendly with someone else, knowing full well they were married. I guess we'll find out at some point if it was you. When we get back to the tarot, we'll find out if it was you or if it was your divine counterpart here. But it's like, when you go to work and you're friendly with everyone, but then you start having the quote unquote work husband, the quote unquote work wife, or something like that, and it sounds like someone caught wind of this. Actually, I had a dream the other night that I flirted with a guy, and all I did was flirt with him. But I didn't know his wife. But like when she came, she saw, like, I felt so guilty that like I flirted with her husband. Okay, and so if that's the case, that may be again what's going on here, where it seems like an innocent flirt, but it definitely created some sort of, again, emotional entanglement. Not actual entanglement or anything like that, but like, someone's feelings got hurt. Okay, someone's feeling guilty. Attachment issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. Okay, so yeah, we're going to put that next to this one here. Again, it's someone is flirting, so like, would they say this coworker, what have you, at work, because they're having some attachment issues. They could be, what I get from this is an avoidant. Okay, what's the other attachment issues that you have? Like, again, excessive or fearful, but I'm more so getting fearful and avoidant here. Okay, is the one who caused this love triangle. So again, we still have to see if this was you, Empress, or if this was your divine counterpart here who has some issues going on that's causing them to flirt. This here says, pretending to be fine, you may appear strong outwardly while feeling vulnerable. Okay, so then, yeah, there it is right there, Empress. It sounds like your significant other here, whether again this is a heterosexual, even a homosexual relationship. Okay, your significant other from this Two of Cups has been flirting. They had them like a little work wife or a little work husband or something like that, and it's been causing some entanglement within your relationship. Yikes, like, oh, isn't that the worst? This here says unexpected revelation. A shocking revelation will change your perspective. Okay, so maybe that revelation could very well be, baby, listen, yeah, like I have fun at work, I get silly at work and things like that. Hold on, because I don't want anything to catch on fire yet, or what have you. But at the end of the day, they ain't got nothing on you. They ain't got nothing on you. So there ain't nothing to worry about. Okay, when you look at it within that perspective, it may very well calm you. um not even necessarily calm you, soothe you, pacify you, sort of deal, but like you may be guilty of the same crime in a sense without really realizing it. And I think that's kind of like the revelation. They may even throw something in your face about the time you did something. And that's how we got into this whole fight. Like, how are you tripping on me when that time when you such and such and such and you said such and such and such to so and so and so. Okay. Let's see here. So that's the fight. We get here. That's what happened here. Let's go to what lies beneath again to see what issues other we have coming about from this fight here, because again, the universe wants you guys to stay together. I'm not getting that this is something where you're to split up or anything, or get a divorce. So let's see what else we have for you here, my friend. Uh-oh, this says promiscuous, sleeps around, a temptress, free for all, steals your man. Okay, so that is the other person, that work wife, that your significant other, your divine counterpart was flirting with. The problem is, and what triggered you is that that person to be the type of person to be promiscuous. Like they've told you about this person sleeps around and things like that. That's what kind of helped you understand I'm not they're not a threat, but at the same time that person is the type of person to where your significant other takes it as innocent flirting, but this person will straight steal your man. Okay, so this other woman here, like, she's flirting, but she's flirting for keeps, sort of deal here. In which case, that's why you're here. Like, look, it's not cool. You're my sunshine. Like, listen, if I'm your empress, okay, none of that should be going anyway. You should not see any other female the way I don't see any other guy. So what the heck, right? And this here says in their feels. So yeah, your significant other, they're in their feelings. Like I say, for you, you're their sunshine too. Like you bring them joy, you bring them happiness. You too have an understanding. You have a bond that they the same way you love them, they are loving on you. Okay. So the fact that you're upset right now, the fact that you two had this major argument, they're in their feelings about it. Okay, like I can't tell you if they're necessarily crying or anything. I guess we'll see like what the cards tell us about it, but they definitely love you. They're definitely not worried about this promiscuous person at their job, which is pretty much essentially where they're encountering this person, because outside of work, it's the two of you. That's all they're on, the two of you. So this is someone at their job. Okay. Let me see here. This here says doing drugs. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to put this over here with this promiscuous female. I'm going to go ahead and put that under there. I don't get that you two. Well, actually, no, I'm going to put that back over here. Okay. Your significant other, like I say, the universe wants you to stay together. Okay. Because when you two are apart, this person doesn't make healthy decisions. And it's not your responsibility to babysit them. Like, that's not necessarily your life assignment. Okay. But, they might not be like, oh, shooting things up their arm, let's say, or something like that. But they may very well, be popping pills or, like smoking a whole lot of marijuana and things like that, because they're in their feelings right now and they're trying to drown it out, because it sounds like you two, whatever happened with this promiscuous female here, we'll pull out the Kipper deck or the shadow love or something like that, and get on female over here. I'm not going to even refer to her as a third party, because again, from this fight, I don't want to say you overreacted, but at the same time, like, you looked into it a whole lot more than what it is. Like, you did sort of make a mountain out of a molehill, because like he flirts and he laughs and things like that, but he doesn't want this female who, like anyone, she's probably been with like several people on a job, or at least one or two people on a job, and like he's like no good, and it's like you maybe like she's promiscuous, but at the same time, she is kind of like, kind of like a bad female. Like, like it spurred some insecurities about you. Okay. That put you in your feelings as well. Okay. And it's like, this really put them in their feelings, because they did not mean for them to affect, look, red lipstick stains. Yeah, that's how you found out about it, is because she was all over your man at work. Okay. And it's like she got makeup on his shirt, she hugged on him and left a scent, something like that, to where when he came home, he was like, you were like, what's going on? And again, no gender in tarot, so like, please understand that, like, you need to put this where it goes or what have you. But it's like, that's how you found out about it. It wasn't like, oh, she called his phone or anything like that. If she does have his number, is she has his number through work. He didn't give her his number. They're not talking on the phone or anything like that. She's throwing herself on him because she's promiscuous. And the thing is he's actually being loyal to you. Okay. But some females, like, they take rejection as, kind of like, okay, what, because Mercury's in retrograde, Mercury's like, stop blaming it on me. You just had a brain fart. But they take it as a challenge. Like, I'm determined to make, this man like me. I'm determined to make him not necessarily cheat on his wife, but like she has to prove this to herself. Because like I told someone one time before, the baddest female, think of the baddest, like, female, they have insecurities, whether they admit to it or not. Like, they have insecurities when they're alone in their room. Sometimes their conscience calls and they have insecurities. And probably to help with her insecurities, she sits here and she likes to, like, try to steal other women's men. Okay. And like I said, she was throwing herself on him. Now he's sitting up here. He's torn up. You're torn up. You guys are sitting up here fighting. What deck is this I'm about to pull from? Soul Symphony. Okay. So, not even, do I want to pull this deck here? I want to do something. I kind of want to see where is he? How is he feeling? Because if we know that he's here, he's crashing out, friend. Okay. Oh, we said that we were going to find out about this female, but we already see. We don't even care. Like, I'm gonna tell you now. Like, she's a mutt. Like, just like that, she's a mutt. I would not be sitting up here, like, jeopardizing your relationship for someone who was sitting up here trying to fulfill her own fantasy, her own self desires, when your divine masculine here is like essentially innocent in this. This says children, responsibilities, childhood, immaturity, innocence. Okay. So responsibilities, he is trying to, like, be responsible. It's like if we pulled out the Kipper-ish deck, the what was it, high honor would come out. Like, he just strikes me as like a good man. The fact that he has a woman throwing herself at him and he's still declining, and he would instead be crashing out over his marriage, over his relationship, over his connection with you. How he's probably sitting up here calling you like, babe, let's get past this. And you're sitting up here and you're being stubborn and you're being immature. And he's innocent about the whole thing. Make it so bad is on top of that, you probably have like children. You're probably like throwing it in his face, like, oh, it's a bad example for the children. Admire, inspired by you, songs, emotional bond, telepathic. So again, you two have this emotional bond with one another. A lot of times between divine couples, when there's that bond, especially an emotional bond, like what you two have, that intimate bond, that attraction that you have between one another, you will find that there's a telepathic connection between the two of you. So when you're like listening, to your mind, okay, and you kind of hear his defense, and you can almost hear his voice. That isn't you, going crazy. That isn't you making it up. No, you two actually have a telepathic connection. You actually can hear each other's thoughts. Okay. So like, he's in your head, you're in his head or whatnot. And that may be, again, why he's doing drugs, because in his head, he hears you being angry. This here says deadline, time running out, on edge, intervention, can't wait no longer. Okay. Listen, whether he's popping pills, if he's smoking a Mary Jane, whatever it is, okay, baby, we need you to go ahead. We need you to get out of this anger, get out of this, and go and get your man. Okay. Time running out. Not so much time running out, but you don't want to leave him in this energy. And like I say, well, not like I say, but the fact that you be leaving him alone, like, don't let her win. Don't give her that satisfaction, okay? And I don't get that you necessarily have to worry about him turning to her and, like, getting into some kind of connection with her because what's going on with you. But like I say, it's more so for me, this whole doing drugs card here, okay? It says on here intervention, okay? So you may need to intervene. You need to let him know, listen, baby, I love you. Let me see, where can I get some romantic sayings here? Let's take a look at the angels card here, the romance angels cards, so you can understand some things that you need to be telling him, some things that he needs to be telling you, so that he can um get it together. This here says very, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay. So listen, I mean, are you in all of your immaturity, like feigning mad, like like you're mad, but not really? Okay. Like decide, do you really want your relationship, your marriage to end over something that's really, it ain't my fault, that's like someone else doing the most kind of deal? Like, you need to make that decision. You need to make that decision now, because if you're not really mad to the point where you want to separate for real, okay, then you need to go ahead and you need, like I say, we need to let him know you have a deadline here. Not a deadline, but you can't afford to like stall this out anymore. Get your relationship, get your man, let's get it together, baby, because otherwise homeboy is over here in his feelings. Homegirl is over here thinking she's the bomb and she's really not. Like, I need you to go, um, have your you day and things like that. And then I need you to show up to your best self. Look at this wedding. This situation involves marriage. Didn't I say I get from this husband? Like I'm back. Oh, excuse me, I had a moment there. Okay, this situation involves marriage. So, like I've been saying this whole reading, this isn't a boyfriend. I get from this a marriage. You two are married. This is your husband. Like, I know, because I know what I know what I know. Can you see this card? I'm gonna put this card like right here. Okay. So again, it's not worth the divorce. He didn't do anything. Okay, get all of those negative thoughts, all of these, things that, like, the enemy's trying to sneak into your mind, and oh, this probably happened and that probably happened. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Unless that, okay, is why you're stalling out. Do you low key? Girl, you better not. I'll beat your behind. Not really, but at the same time, like I say, you're guilty of, like, kind of like doing your little light, innocent flirting and things like that yourself. Okay. So that's why it's like you can't be too mad at him. If anything, hey, hit up Senpai Swanee, baby girl. We can ride at dawn, show up to the man job. No, not like that. We'll wait, if anything, for them to get off, and then we catch out in the parking lot. Don't listen to me. Do not, by all means engage in any of that low vibration like behavior. Okay, this here says passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Exactly. Like I say, don't let her win. Don't sit up here like, oh, it's over and things like that. Um, Save your marriage. Get to it. Okay, because my man here loves you. Let me see if I can find anything else, maybe anything that he wants to say. What deck do I want to go to? I'm gonna go to this one right here. What is this? Love tarot. You see, we'll take a look at the love tarot and see if he has anything he wants to say to you. My cards are getting low right here, so let me see if I can spread right here and just pull out from the deck. I tried to shuffle, like I say, my arms like, no, no, no. Ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right here with this in their feelings and doing drugs. They probably did, like, once you two had this fight, Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. Once you two had this fight, they got missing. Like they probably left the house. Okay, you're sitting up here like, okay, he didn't come home last night. So if he didn't come home last night, then he's probably laid up with her. Girl, he went to a homeboy house. Okay, he did not go to this female's house. He went to a homeboy house. You know, he disappeared. Like, okay, he knows his wife. I'm gonna let her cool off. You know your husband. He did not go to her house. He went to a homeboy's house. He's letting you cool off, and at the same time, he's getting his mind right. Okay, so yeah, you probably sitting up there blowing up his phone because you want to cuss him out and you want to let it be known that you're upset. He can hear you in his head. He is trying to clear his head. Okay. This here says wild side. There's a side of you I haven't seen and want to. I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. This man ain't worried about this chick over here. He want to see you with the red lipstick stain. He want to see you like get loose and get wild and things like that. See what I'm saying? And you really did like sit up here and tell this man that like okay, like it's over and stuff like that. I don't know. You know, I'm not married, so I can only assume maybe, you know, that's something married people say. I wouldn't encourage it. I hope that like when I do get married, every time I get mad, I'm not like, oh, you know, I want a divorce, and just recognize that like, okay, we're upset, but like, you know, there's still love, like there's still that attraction, there's still where we can't separate, where we, you know, I know it, I recognize it, so I'm not necessarily, you know, trying to like end things. Maybe at the most, you know, I might, you know, just fall quiet, and just try to get my mind right, get my heart right, you know, and maintain the relationship. Okay, one more card I'm going to pull from this deck, and then it's what, 29 minutes on the clock. We'll go ahead and we'll get this wrapped up. This says I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love that we are getting ready to end this, and that's what it is. You're not leaving this marriage, but I'm glad that like you're in a place where you're like, okay, let me get out of this mindset. Yes, Senpai Swanee let me know that that it ain't nothing going on here, especially nothing to where I need to be harboring all of this negative energy and like sitting in these low vibrations and just like sitting here crying and oh, you know, I can't believe he did this to me. And you probably don't went to a homegirl and been like, oh yeah, you know, da 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 da. And then the whole time this man sitting up here, I'm gonna pull one from out of this sexual magic deck because I do want to pull one from out of this, and then we'll get a message from the universe. Let me see. Okay, good. It's something I look. I don't even have to cover it up. It's straight authentic love. This here says, do you see that? Hang on. Let me see if I can put that word. Do you see what that says? That says forgiveness. I cannot make it up. We are forgiving and we are forgetting and we're moving on, and we're like, you're leaving this mindset. Okay, and you're going to forgive your husband. Excellent. Too, totally excellent. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap it up there. I am so happy for you, Empress. I always I'm happy for my collective, especially when, well, you know, not just that you're already in a union. I'm not, talking about, oh, someone who's going to meet their, divine masculine or their divine feminine. There's going to be a union. This is something that had already transpired. You all are already together. You already met. Okay, your divine partner. You two are already married. You two already recognize that you have these emotions for each other and you're meant to be together. You had a little fight here, not a physical fight, but something over a promiscuous female. But after everything is said and done, I am so glad that you recognize that, like, the mindset that she put you in or put this relationship in, it only hinders your growth. I'm so glad that you came to at the end of this the conclusion to forgive. Yes, yes, yes. I do like to end. Oh my goodness. You see, look, I have all these decks now. And like I say, I'm going to pull from all my decks. So one last one here. Dang, 32, about to be 32 minutes. Let me get one from, see, look, I'm shuffling. Let me get one here from Messages from the Universe. Actually, that forgiveness was perfect, but we'll just take something here for you to take home for yourself. It's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They are waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. Thank you so much, Divine, for delivering this message for our collective's highest good. With that, I release you all with so much love, so much grace. Listen, be safe, be happy, and collective, be easy. This is your girl, Senpai Swanee, signing off. Please make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe. I welcome you to leave a comment. Tell me if this is you, if this resonated with you, what's going on with this promiscuous woman at your husband's job. Tell me all that good stuff, okay? I love you. Bye.